Hello everyone, my name is Brett and sometimes I wear a beret. And today I bring you a mod. That is, the Deploy Blastzooka. Shoot. The Deploy BZ, the Extreme Deploy Zooka, the Extreme Blast Deploy. I don't know, there's a few things I guess I could call this. They're all ridiculous. Just like this, it's completely unnecessary. And that's why I wanted to do it. Actually, well, let's see. This was inspired, I think, by a suggestion on the Fuzzy Walrus Discord from Noble Actual, so thank you for that, sir. I happened to have a Deploy lying around, and I like the idea. I have nothing against Deploys specifically. I remember when the Deploy first came out in 2010. I saw actually an article in 2009 about the Deploy and Long Strike, and was really fascinated by that, me being a little bit younger. I bought one the following year for $20, and then I bought one for a friend the same year. There was nothing wrong with it at the time. For the N-Strike line, as long as it fed correctly, it was a Deploy. It was okay. So, don't hate on the Deploy too much. It's a relic from the N-Strike past. As long as it works properly, it's a fun little thing. If you don't like the collapsing gimmick, then it's not for you. But nowadays you can likely find them for pretty cheap, so if you're looking to cut some up or add them to a different project, you can likely do that. And if you think the whiteout Deploy is stupid and also dumb, feel free to send it to me. I will gladly take that from you. So the Deploy BZ, it's not totally finished yet. This front part is still sliding. That is because I think I want to keep it up here permanently, but I have also run around the idea of removing it altogether. Originally, I did want to keep this as the pumping mechanism for the XBZ, but at our last mod party at Captain Xavier's place, we decided in order to make that happen, we wouldn't be able to route it in through the Deploy to the back of the XBZ. We would likely have to have it come out of the shell and connect that way. And I wanted to keep this looking as Deploy as possible, mostly just minimized, because this front part originally housed the magazine feeding internals. So everything else inside is gone and there's just the XBZ inside of it, and this back part is instead the pumping mechanism. I'd also like to get rid of that squeak, so I need to sand a few things down. Don't worry, it still works. And while you are pumping it, your hand can't really be on the handle, so this being permanent would be pretty easy for full-time holding with one hand while you pump with the other. But the trigger is linked as it stands internally. Ta-da! Since rockets bust shields in our game, this has its place. And I would run around with this if I didn't have to run around with a certain saxophone with an XBZ in it all the time. I'll try to use this at some point too. But I think that this should be able to get some playtime, maybe at least at our next event, since there will be a rockets only round. It's an XBZ! So here you have the back. This is the what's left of the pump, and the trigger. The original Deploy trigger is cut down, and there is a little plate in the back in yellow from some old previous plastic of this blaster that I attached to the back of the cut down trigger so that everything is lined up properly. So obviously this is not professional in any manner of speaking, but if you do have any suggestions for ways you think I can clean this up or maybe improve upon the current design, or you have any ideas for a better design for a Deploy Blastzooka, feel free to let me know. And until later, thank you very much for watching.